You would have seen it before. What I'm doing now is just wedging my clay. Unlike wedging dough and what have you, you don't want to put air in, you want to take air out. So you want to compact those clay particles, make them all go together in preparation for the throwing. So this is an electric wheel. It can go both clockwise and anti-clockwise. So if you're left-handed or right-handed, it'll work for you. Just tapping it into a nice round ball, and I'm going to throw it onto the center of the wheel. Push it into place, and we can get going. So here's my water, sponge, cutter, needle, and we call these kidneys. They're good for shaping. So when I start teaching throwing, there's 4 steps, and I call it COPs. We call it centering, opening, pulling up, and shaping. So the first step is to center your clay. What this means is getting the clay into a compact circle where it's not bouncing. Some people think that they can throw like this with flappy arms, but you really need to have your elbows anchored down. And we go at fairly high speed for this. It's kind of meditative. I compare it alongside yoga, any of those other mindful pursuits. Now we open up. I'm going to use my thumb. Lots of people use different types of techniques. So we've done 2 steps already. We've done centering and opening up, and now we're going to pull up. Now this arm's going to float, but this arm's going to stay put. My nose is going to be directly over the center of the piece, and I'm going to use this finger hold. And they're going to be like a magnet with north and south, clicking together, and then slowly pulling and displacing the clay up into an even cylinder. You can slow down the wheel a bit. When you start learning how to throw, you will take a few times, a few goes at getting the clay up, and that's fine. You can see the little lines. That's showing you how I'm distributing that clay up. Taking excess water out from here. It's going out a bit, so I'm going to pull it back in again. The clay that I'm using is a white throwing clay. It's quite smooth. There's different types of clay. There's so many different types of clay that you can use. And I'd suggest when you start off, get a really affordable 20 kg bag of, say, buff stoneware. So I might want to shape this into maybe a jug. Bring it up. So I'm just going to clean that up. And I'm going to make a spout. And that's done. And there it goes. So what happens now, you make your piece, and you might come back next week to attach a handle or to do some decorative processes. It then goes in the kiln and gets fired to 1,000 degrees to bisque. It then comes out of the kiln and we're able to glaze fire it. We take between 6 and 10 students in every class.